it's Jen here. I'm here to bring the tip of the week. This week we're going to talk about identifying the crisis of a conversation. What do I mean by that? I kind of mean about meeting the texter where they're at. We're letting them lead the conversation. We're finding out what's going on and exploring. While we're exploring, it's important to keep in mind the information that you're trying to gather. Is the information that you're getting important to be able to help support your texter? Is it needed information? Or is it something that's wanted information that you feel that would be beneficial to help you? An example that was used within our training was when a texter texts in regarding an abusive situation. My husband yelled at me last night. I'm afraid that it may escalate to something further. And a crisis counselor could ask, well, how long have you been together? Is that really useful information? Not really. It's not going to help benefit the conversation and be able to help the texter. So that's the kind of information we want to make sure we're doing when we're exploring. Remember, we're talking about 45 minutes to an hour when we're engaging with a texter that's low risk. So we want to make sure that we get enough needed information that'll eventually be supportive to them at the end of the conversation. Sometimes our texters talk about multiple issues that are going on, and they can't really choose which one is bothering them most. So if you identify the strongest feeling word attached to that specific issue, it's going to help you realize what's the main focus. I'll give you an example. A text comes in, I got a bad grade at school, I can't stop crying because my parents won't stop fighting. Oftentimes when you reflect the feelings and validate the situation, that shows the texter what's most important to them. It may not be the grades. It's about the parents always fighting. A good example message would be, from what you're saying, it sounds like you're worried because your parents are fighting all the time. By reflecting that feeling of being worried, it helps them identify that's their main focus, is about the parents. And so sometimes they just don't understand that, and by enlightening them with that, it can change the conversation around. After you have identified the crisis, meeting the texter where they're at, reminding the texter of what is the most distressing thing in the moment, you basically come to collaborative problem solving, and it's almost done. You've worked it all in. You've done that magic. You've done that investigating and that exploring of the right things to ask for to better support your texter. So there you have it. How to identify the crisis of a conversation. Hopefully you learned something. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me or your supervisors or your coach or anyone really. We all have your back. I know I say that every time, but it's true. Hopefully I'll see you on the platform soon. Take care and have a terrific day. Bye. My husband is cooking, and therefore there's lots of chatter and clatter in the background. He must be making something from scratch. Hi, you like my manicure? It's so pretty.